Hey, how's it going, folks? Well, welcome to another edition of Wrestling News Today, WrestlingNewsToday.com, powered by HealByNature.com. I thank you for listening here on YouTube and all your favorite podcast apps. What an interesting end to Friday Night SmackDown. We got to talk about, I guess, the new main event at Royal Rumble for the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Adam Pearce. I know it sounds odd, and I'm sure there's going to be changes before the Royal Rumble, but as it stands right now, Adam Pearce is challenging for the WWE Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. Let's recap tonight what happened during SmackDown. It started basically with Roman Reigns approaching Adam Pearce in the ring, having words with him in regards to what happened last week with Adam Pearce allowing Kevin Owens to have that match on SmackDown, and then him having a gauntlet match to making a gauntlet match to see who the next competitor for the Universal Championship would be. The gauntlet match competitors included Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Daniel Bryan. Winner faces Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. Later in the program, Paul Heyman basically said he can pull some strings, get Adam Pearce in that match. Adam Pearce reluctantly said, hey, I haven't wrestled in many years. He hasn't been in the ring since 2014. He's basically retired, and he didn't really want to have that match. The match went on. It ended up with Shinsuke Nakamura basically taking everyone out, winning the gauntlet match, but there was one final person. That was Adam Pearce. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso accompanied him to the ring. Jey Uso attacked Shinsuke. Roman attacked Shinsuke. Then Jey Uso hit Adam Pearce with a super kick and laid Adam Pearce on top of Shinsuke to get the win. So I guess Adam Pearce is facing Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. I can see them changing this leading up to the event with somebody else in that place. But as it stands right now, that is the match. Also coming out of SmackDown, we do have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions in the Dirty Dogs, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler defeating the Street Profits. They have got now the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. Let's go over to some news in regards to Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins. Several months ago, Matt Riddle's wife made some comments on Instagram in regards to Becky Lynch. There's always, I guess, been some backstage heat between the two. Well, Fightful Select does report that they have basically buried the hatchet when it comes to Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. And Matt Riddle actually apologized to Seth Rollins for the comments his wife did make on Instagram. If you want to see those comments, HealByNature.com on the front page. We do have that there. And I guess right now, those two are okay. Fightful did speak to some people backstage at WWE who basically said those two did talk it out, and I guess it's water under the bridge, I guess, for now, in regards to any heat the two may have had backstage. Royal Rumble is coming up in a few weeks, and we do have some updated betting odds courtesy of our friends over at betonline.ag. For the men's Royal Rumble match, early favorites were Big E, Edge, and Goldberg to win the match. That has now changed. Right now, Daniel Bryan and Keith Lee are the current favorites to win that Royal Rumble match. And on the women's side right now, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are the current favorites to win the women's match. We did speak yesterday about Rhea Ripley basically imminently joining the main roster. So that would make a lot of sense for her to get that huge win if she did win that Royal Rumble. But that is right now just some, I guess, preliminary betting odds. It isn't the starting line, but it still have many weeks ahead of us, and those odds can change. And another big star may be actually heading to WWE in Jay White, as he might actually be leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. Wrestle Kingdom Night 2, he proclaimed he was done in a post-match conference. leading many to believe it was part of an angle. Well, the Super J Cast, they do have close ties within New Japan Pro Wrestling. They believe that Jay White will not extend his contract with the company, which is rumored to be ending at the end of January. And the report also states WWE is quote-unquote making a strong play for him to join the promotion. Twitter insider WrestleVotes did comment on the situation, basically stating that he can say with certainty that a few of the boys went out of their way to speak highly of him, and that resonates with some more than others. It's quote-unquote game time. So it does look like if Jay White does actually leave New Japan Pro Wrestling, he could actually be headed to the WWE. Let's talk about some trademarks. We do love talking about those trademarks. WWE did file 4 new trademarks, and one of them is kind of interesting. I don't know what it's for, but let's start with the other ones. Dabba-Kato, we all know who that is. Babatunde, when he joined Raw Underground, Dabba-Kato, Shaw Samuels from NXT UK, and Leon Ruff. WWE did file trademarks for those names on the 5th. It was entered into the trademark database on the 8th. The 4th trademark that was filed is for the letters MSK. And I'm not entirely sure what that means, but they have filed a trademark for that. It'll be interesting to see exactly what that does mean. And WWE is also producing with A&E several documentaries, biography-style documentaries. Each 2-hour documentary will start airing on A&E. I'm not sure. It was supposed to start airing this past spring. Obviously, with the situation the world's in, that didn't happen. Could be this upcoming spring. They're supposed to profile Macho Man Randy Savage, Rowdy Piper, Booker T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Shawn Michaels. The interesting part is, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, Jim Ross, AEW's Jim Ross, was actually filming content for multiple episodes of this documentary. So WWE Studios and A&E did bring him in for that. Dave Meltzer is also going to be interviewed on 3 of those episodes. So clearly, although Jim Ross is not part of the WWE, he does know a lot about the history of WWE, and he was there for a lot of these folks' careers. So it's interesting to see him going to be on these upcoming documentaries produced by WWE Studios and A&E. And those are, I guess, some of the bigger stories of the day. It is late Friday, January 8th. We'll be back tomorrow on Saturday for your daily wrestling news, Wrestling News Today podcast. You can listen to all episodes, WrestlingNewsToday.com, or head over to HeelByNature.com for the most up-to-date wrestling news.